I don't know if I'm making the right decision or the wrong decision. I'm selling a bunch of players so I can bring in a brand new icon, and I just don't know if it's the smart move to do. But first, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Double A9 Skills. Welcome back to the Road for Champions RTG edition, where we sell a bunch of players to bring in a sick card. The absolute truth is this. My team was extremely juicy. We had Oblak, we had Beasley, we had great players, Llorente, but I felt like something had to change. I felt like something had to give. Like, we're so close to putting in a great weekend league shift. I mean, we 18-2, we 17-3, the 19-120 and those right around the corner. Like, we're so close to making it happen. But I decided to sell Beasley, Llorente. No, I kept Llorente, Beasley, and Ballack. I decided to let them go. Now, was it the decision that was the right one? I'm not sure. But I knew that if I made this decision, I could get the two girls that I have, Swanson and Rodman, on good chemistry. I could get my boy Messi on good chemistry. And we could use the brand new goalkeeper that you guys saw. You guys saw Big Mike that we packed yesterday from rewards, and also use Theo Hernandez. So I thought to myself, wow, I get to use Theo at left back instead of Llorente. I get to use Zanetti, who we just picked up, our big, huge signing. We could put Zanetti at the midfield. First of all, this is the most expensive player we've ever bought on the RTG this season. We put Zanetti, 400K on the team. Then we throw Big Mike at the goalkeeper position, and we throw Theo Hernandez at the left back position. And I'm thinking to myself, bang! What a squad! Bang! What a team! Bang! 20-0. The problem is, as you guys know, I am now on the Central server. I usually play East Coast server. That's the background with the jerseys hanging that you guys know, that you guys are familiar with. And then I have this setup as well. Now, when I'm on this setup, we're in the Central servers, right? Because I'm in the Texas area now. So back at home, it's the DC area. Here's the Texas area, right? So here I play a lot of people in Texas. I'll play like a lot of the middle of the country, and I'll also play a lot of people in Mexico. Back at home, I'll play like, New York and stuff like that, So now we're here. I was getting super, super heavy gameplay. So I was playing a little bit of Elite, and as you guys know, I have barely lost any games in Elite, lads. I was completely undefeated. I would lose, and then I started to lose a little bit. I probably lost like 3-4 games back in DC and Elite. 3, 4, 5 games max. I'm here now, and the servers have just felt so bad. I don't know if it's something wrong with my internet at this house, but it felt really bad. Like, look, as I'm drafting players, look at how long it takes for like the players to pop, or sometimes they'll get stuck, and I'm not sure what's really going on. I don't know if it was just a bad day for EA servers or it was my house. So I only played a few games with Zanetti, right? I only played a couple games with Zanetti, and the games really didn't go well. So I decided, you know what? Look, I just lost 400K. Let's go into a draft. Let's go into a draft and try to get some packs, to try to get some rewards, to try to make some of our money back. Because now we're 400K down on the RTG. And when you're 400K down on the RTG, it's not a good feeling to be broke, lads. It's not a good feeling to have money in your bank. Like, usually I just got money sitting there, and I'm excited because there's so much money on the account and I can make any move I want to make. But the problem is this. I bought Zanetti in. I let Beasley go. I brought Zanetti in. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, like, I had a worser time in Elite, but I know worse is not a word. Don't judge me. Also, hit that thumbs up. Can we get 2,000 likes this episode? That would be amazing, bro. But we bring Zanetti in, right? And I'm having a worse time in Elite than I did with Beasley. But the servers feel so heavy that I know it's not Zanetti. I know it, lads. Like, back at home, my MS is like 4 to 8 MS. Right? Or like 6 to 8, and I'll never play over 20. Here, I can't really get games under 30. And I know a lot of you guys back at where you're living, you're like, yo, Skills, I play 50, 40, 30 all the time. And yeah, I know, like, listen, like, if you have high MS, like, it stinks, man. This game on low MS, you have such a big advantage because the left stick dribbling is so easy when you have low MS. And realistically, MS really comes down to, where you live, right? Like, when I'm in DC, there's a server right beside me. And here in Texas, there's a server right beside me as well. But for some reason, I just keep getting 30 MS. And that's why I wonder if it's a problem with my internet. But yeah, man, so I don't want to blame Zanetti and be like, yo, I think we made big moves, right? I think letting Beasley go and Oblak go so we could afford Zanetti I think it was a good move, right? But I can't really tell you it was a good move yet because I haven't really been able to play properly with the team. So I went into this draft that you're watching right now And I just wanted to see if the gameplay felt better because Rivals felt horrendous. And I was talking to one of my friends that live in this area, and he was telling me that, yeah, he gets heavy MS all the time. And I'm like, bro, that's not good. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys that sometimes, lads, if your gameplay is heavy and you keep getting high MS games, don't be frustrated with yourself, because I can speak of this from experience. Coming from the East Coast where I was destroying Elite Division, you guys watched, I was playing pro players and doing really well, barely losing. And then coming here and feeling how heavy the gameplay is and how annoying the gameplay is. I want you guys to know that sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it is the game. And I know I can say that off of experience because I've played on 2 different servers this year, right? The US has a couple servers. They have the East Coast server, the Central server, and there's an LA server, I believe. There's 3 different servers here, I believe. And I've played on 2 of them this year, right? And the game just started. The game's been out for 2 weeks, and I've already played on 2 of these servers. And I can tell you that one server feels way better than the other server. So I don't really know 100% if it is a server. It could be my house. It could be, like I've been telling you guys, but that's why I went into this draft. First of all, to see if I could get my coins back, because being under 400K stinks. And also because I wanted to feel the servers. I wanted to feel maybe if it's just Rivals, because not a lot of people are in the Elite Division out here, and that's why it feels so bad. So I just want to kind of feel it out. But one thing I do want you guys to know is, don't be frustrated because I was super frustrated today playing the game because how heavy it was, how annoying it is, how great I know it runs back on the East Coast. And I come here and I'm like, bro, this runs terrible. I'm so annoyed. I was so upset because I know how good my team was. Right? I know how good Messi is on good gameplay. You guys watched it. You guys watched me destroy people with Rodman and Messi. You guys watched me go against pro players with Messi and score a ton of goals with Messi. And then to come here and play an Elite and barely be able to move Messi is crazy. I'm going to kind of break it down for you so you can understand. In my first 6 games here, I probably suffered over 30 goals. I'm not even capping, bro. Probably 25 goals in 6 games. I gave up so many goals, and even you watching this draft gameplay, you're gonna see me just suffer an amount of goals that we usually don't suffer. If you watch my videos, yeah, I mean, there's games where we give up a lot of goals, but the amount of goals we're giving up right now is way too much, you know? And it's simply because if you have higher MS or a little bit of lag, boys, you push the B button to make a tackle and you'll miss completely, because if your opponent has better gameplay, he's just going to make a quick little left turn and be able to cook you. Now, the game you're watching here, I was on 4 MS and that still felt heavy. And that's why I think it's something to do with my house, with my crib, because I don't know, every time, even with 4 MS, this game felt heavy. But we're going to be able to cook, man. We're going to be able to come back in this game because of the low MS. If it was high MS, I don't think I could do it. But yeah, man, I'm very blessed. I'm going to say that get that out the way right now. Back at home in DC, I play on 8 MS. And when I'm here, because I play on 5, 6 MS, and sometimes I got 2. So if you guys don't know, I lived out here for a year in Texas because my house back in DC flooded, right? And when it flooded, I didn't really have nowhere to stay. So I knew a lot of people in Texas. I had my homie Castro here, who's another YouTuber. I'm signed with Complexity, who is a esport team. And also, I work a lot with the MLS, right? So I was out here in Texas a lot. I would fly out here and stay in Airbnbs all the time, to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a house out there. And plus, my house flooded, so we couldn't live in that house. So we got one out here. So I lived here for a year while that house was getting fixed. And I would get 2 MS, and the gameplay felt good, amazing. And then I was gone, and I was back in DC because the house is fixed for 4 months. And by the time I come back here, the gameplay just feels mudded. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I wasn't here for 4 months and maybe the router or the modem needs to be reset, but the gameplay just felt terrible all day. And yeah, but I'm just trying to kind of show you guys that sometimes, bro, it's just where you live. It's just the location you're in. And unfortunately, you know, EA servers are terrible, and the closer you are to the server, maybe the better you are. And really sucks that the game is like that. But in a lot of pro scenes, you'll see a lot of Fortnite pros will leave where they live and they'll move to a different state or a different country, or Call of Duty pros, so they can get better connection. And a lot of times in gaming, that's really what it comes down to, bro. If you and your opponent are equal levels, sometimes it comes down to just who has the better connection or who has the better, you know, ping to the server. Pretty much, I think what MS means is the ping from your house to the servers, or from your console to the servers, and how fast the pitcher comes in and stuff. It's pretty much what it is, I think. But either way, let me stop talking like I know. We go into this draft just to make coins back because of losing Zanetti. Now, buying Zanetti. Now, one thing I want you guys to know is I'm sad Beasley's gone. If I could make myself 100K through these drafts, I would definitely bring Beasley back, because I would play Beasley at left back over Theo Hernandez. Off the first couple games I did play, I did not enjoy Theo Hernandez, and maybe you guys can let me know if you like Theo Hernandez, because I did not enjoy Theo Hernandez with the time that I did play with him. I thought he was not good at left back. Like, I really started thinking to myself, man, can I get Mendy? How much is Mendy? I really wish I had Beasley back. Like, I miss Beasley. I'm gonna keep that a full stack with you. I think what I really want to do with the team is run Beasley and Modric at defensive mid, with Zanetti at left back, and then Blanc, Conde, and Dest at right back, you know, until we upgrade him at right back. I think that's kind of how I want to run the team, but I can't afford Beasley anymore. So Beasley had to go for us to get Zanetti, and that's kind of where we are. So we kind of gave everything for this card, and then I give everything for this card, and I'm losing. And again, I'm not going to turn and blame Zanetti. I'm not going to turn and blame the team, because I know how heavy the gameplay was. So I can't tell you guys yet if Zanetti's good or bad, right? I'm just hoping that, you know, after like maybe letting my internet, I'm gonna like unhook it for a couple hours and see if maybe that resets it or something. Maybe call the provider. Maybe after that, and I feel it, maybe I can finally let you guys know. But I thought Zanetti was a really, really good shout, because having Zanetti in the team, if I was to bring Beasley back, I'm pretty sure, well, not Beasley, but actually, yeah, if I bring Beasley back, Messi will be on full chem. And we've never had a weekend league where Messi's on full chem. So if I can find a way to bring Beasley back with Zanetti, then I feel like we're in a place that's just absolutely magical for our team, right? I feel like we're in a place where we can do a lot of damage, you know? So that's kind of the plan, right? We keep Rodman, we have Swanson, we get Beasley with Zanetti, Messi's on full chemistry. That could be very exciting for us, right? But there's also a lot that comes into play with Zanetti. With Zanetti, we could play Rodman on 2 chemistry and bring Diaby back into the team. And now Diaby would be on full chemistry because of all the French players we have, plus icons give 1 link. So you have Zanetti, you have Blanc. All of a sudden, now we have Diaby and Rodman, which I think Diaby's way better than Swanson, but not better than Rodman, right? So there's so many very plays we can do now that we have Zanetti with the team. We just got to find a way to make it happen. Now, one thing I want you guys to know with this semifinals, the gameplay was a little bit heavier, but that's not why we're going to do what happens. I'm on constant pressure. So what happened was the first 2 games, I didn't have tactics set. So on the 3rd game, I went to go set my tactics, and I meant to put press on possession loss because I was just trying to play really aggressive and make people rage quit. And I accidentally put it on constant pressure. So after like 30 minutes of this game, my team is going to be fully washed, completely stammed out. You'll be able to see at the bottom, by the time we get to like the 80th, 90th minute, my players have no more gas left. They are completely rinsed of stam. At this point, look, we're 39 minutes in. Look at my Limpathy. Limpathy? I don't know how you say his name. Look at Martinez's stam. Their stamina's washed. I accidentally was in constant pressure, and I had no idea that I was in it until I went to go sub players off, and I realized, yo, something's wrong. So I had to sub Messi. I subbed everybody off at the 40th minute just so I could maybe compete. And I was able to compete for a long time. But lads, look at that. I gave up 5 goals in 42 minutes. Like, that's just not like us. And when I tell you that the gameplay just feels awful, lads, it feels terrible. Again, I don't know if it's where I'm at or if it was like a massive server issue today, but lads, I could not play this video game today to save my life. It felt horrendous. It felt awful, but we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing, right? So we're going to end up losing this draft. Look at my players, Stam. The gameplay was heavy. It's a lot of excuses, right? That's what I'm saying. I deserve to lose it either way. I'm not going to act like I deserve to win it. I deserve to lose. We're going to lose in the semifinals. But I really got to figure out what's going on with my gameplay. So I just kind of want to use today's episode to really speak to the homies that are going through this, right? The homies that are going through, you know, living in a place where you just don't get good gameplay. And I want to say to you, yo, I feel for you. And there's really nothing you can do, and you do have an excuse. Your excuse is that your gameplay stinks, and I agree with you. It's a real thing. People might say that you're making excuses up. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how long I'm going to be in Texas. I might leave tomorrow if my gameplay keeps feeling like this. I might head back to DC because I ain't going to deal with this, but not everyone is blessed enough to be able to do that. And I can do that because you guys have put me in a situation like this where this is my job. So for me, if the gameplay doesn't sort out, then I'm going to head back just because, you know, as much as I love being here, lads, the gameplay just feels so bad. And I want to make sure that we keep doing the you know, almost getting rank 1 or rank 1s or 20 and 0s, and when you're on heavy gameplay, that's really, really hard. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that I feel for y'all, man. The homies dealing with heavy gameplay, I feel for y'all. It stinks, and hopefully one day EA will put a server closer to you or open up new servers, because being away from a server really, really stinks. Anyways, we're losing the semifinals. I was really hoping that we could make some coins back, because like I said, we went from having 400K after selling Beasley down to 34,000 coins after we bought Zanetti. And the truth is, because I lost in the semifinals, I'm gonna be mudded, man. Absolutely mudded. So in the comments, let me know, do you guys think I made a mistake with my team buying Zanetti? Do you think I messed up letting Beasley go? I'm gonna try to get Beasley back in the team before the weekend league, but for us to make, man, I'm at 30K now. For us to make, you know, 60K, 70K, we're gonna really have to hit something special from a draft or something. So hopefully I can get Beasley back before the weekend league, but it's not looking likely. So we might have to go one weekend league without Beasley if we keep Zanetti. I was hoping the preview pack would bail us out, but it doesn't. And lads, that's where we sit right now, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, turn your bell on. Again, get in the comments down below, man. Let me know, did I make a mistake with Beasley? Should I sell Zanetti and bring Beasley back? Or should I give it a little bit more time because, you know, the gameplay's been so poor? I think I should give him more time and hopefully be able to start to cook with him eventually once I see if my internet gets better, and then hopefully make a real decision on Zanetti, because I don't think it's fair to judge him based off the gameplay I had already. You guys let me know what you think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Hit that big old thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. Weekend league gameplay tomorrow. Love you guys. Booyah, we out of here.